I started my business in 1991. I have specialized in Australian market. We pick up very transparent application. We pick up quality application. Students who generally want to go and study there. My major business through referral, probably about 20,000 plus or something like that. We are training students for IELTS. I have seen students who go there. Then after 6 months or a year, they say, no, this is not the right course for me, which my agency has sent. I would like to change the course. The employer would keep his resume aside. He would just want to know how much knowledge does the one have in IT field. So just doing a degree for the sake of it really doesn't help. You need to get your skills in order.
Good day everyone, my name is Navneet Anand from Vaisajkal Local and Global. All the way from Sydney, Australia, sitting here in Chandigarh Connect Overseas Office, talking to the founder and CEO, Mr. Nirmal Chawla. Nirmalji, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Navneet.
Nirmalji, before I proceed, tell me about the Connect Overseas journey.
Navneet, I started my business in 1991 and I have specialized in Australian market. So I've been sending students to various universities and colleges since the year 1991 only. And my specialization is that, we pick up very transparent application, we pick up quality application, students who generally want to go and study there.
1991, that means 3 decades plus.
Yeah.
How did this idea popped up at the first place?
Navneet, I was just scanning Times of India. I saw an advertisement for one of the agencies, in New Delhi, which advertised for study in Australia. And after looking at that, I was into placement agencies, I'll be honest with you. So I got so impressed by these advertisements, so I started, doing a lot of inquiries. And then when I looked at, various avenues that were available, so that was the time I started with the smaller colleges. And now we're doing all university, we're doing bigger universities as well now.
How many students have you done so far for Australia in particular?
Navneet, I would have forgotten the count. But roughly, probably because my major business through referral, probably about 20,000 plus or something like that.
So what you have done in life is transforming lives, making students, having their careers done. And how do you feel when someone comes back to you 20 years down the track and say, Nirmalji, I'm so and so?
Navneet, I feel very proud. I get students who come and ask me, do you recognize me, sir? Then I just tell them, give me the place or the area from where you belong from. So somebody says I'm from Sanam or somebody says I'm from Patiala, I'm able to recollect. Because, with years, even their facial has changed quite a bit. And the major reason why they come back to me is because they've got nieces and nephews who have to go.
Right.
So, and that time they approach me, and a lot of my old students come and meet me.
Well, as you say, Connect Overseas.
Right.
What other countries do you deal with?
Navneet, recently, about 3 years back, we took a decision to do Canadian market, UK and USA. And I'll be honest, we're doing very well even in this market now. And now we are planning to do Ireland and Germany as well.
Ireland, Germany, Canada, UK, US, Australia. So
Right.
what's your favorite?
Australia. Honestly.
Why so?
Well, Australia is in my blood, I mean, whenever a student comes to me for, looking for education to Australia or wanting to look at course in Australia, I tell my team, call me, I'll do the counseling.
Right. So any counseling for Australian education is done by Mr. Nirmal Chawla himself.
Right. That is how it goes in the office, this office.
So what other services do we provide?
Look, apart from, career counseling, we look at the admission part, we look at the visa applications. After the visa application, we are even helping them assist them in foreign exchange, air tickets, and travel insurance. So, in all, if the student is in our office, he doesn't have to go anywhere. We provide him the entire services that student needs to go before he flies to Australia.
Nirmalji, what other services do you provide other than student visas and admissions?
Oh, Navneet, we are training students for IELTS and even on online because when the corona came in,
IELTS and PTE.
IELTS and PT. So we've got all our systems, with softwares and everything available to the students. If somebody wants to stay at home and do it, so we have a faculty who really
So
is
me
trained.
can be sitting somewhere in Sangrur, Sunam, Firozpur, would be still getting training online from Connect
Yes,
Overseas.
Navneet, I would like to mention here, we have 2 or 3 students from Australia doing IELTS examination. training
What
for
a
IELTS.
wonderful achievement.
Yeah.
Any other city other than Chandigarh that you got your own office at?
Yeah, we have recently, we already have an office in Mohali and Amritsar. And very recently we got an office in Kathal, Yamunanagar and Brada. And last week we opened an office in Puranpur, Uttar Pradesh.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's global, right from Australia to different cities in
Yeah.
India itself as well. What I have got to know recently, that student visa applications that were lodged with Australian High Commission have been delayed for some reasons.
Yeah.
Any feedback that you got from your own applicants?
What I feel is that, the visas have recently opened up and the High Commission is doing their, compliance. So their compliance is taking a little time. So they want to verify everything before they actually issue a visa. The Australian market is always market for quality students.
When we say verify, what sort of documents are we talking here?
We're talking about academic documents. We're talking about academic related to universities. We're talking about financial documentation as well. So the High Commission really wants to verify the financial document and the other degree and other areas, and then they look into the statement of purpose also, because even they want that if anybody is going to Australia, this should be a quality student, not somebody who just wants to enter there, join a college, leave it, and then start doing smaller courses or anything like that.
So what you're saying is whoever is going to study in Australia, what the government is looking at them to be asset in the future for
Perfectly
themselves as
all
well.
right. Yeah, perfectly right.
If I have to send my nephew, niece, son or daughter to Australia, why should I come to Connect Overseas? There are a number of choices available in the market. Why should I come?
I know there are bigger agents as well. It
Right.
is the service.
It is the service.
And honestly, we spend a lot of time with the student, trying to tell him how he or she should, be writing his own SOP, statement of purpose. I mean, that is something which is much, or it is very much required, and it is very important for the visa grant. And then, of course, how the financial documentation, how transparent financial documentation they should be, getting. They can take a loan, they can take an education loan, or they can, take a lap against property and apply with a very transparent financial documentation. And the best part, I give them proper career counseling, something which might be minus in some other agencies. I tell them, pick up a course of your choice. Just don't take a course to enter Australia. If somebody is interested in doing a white collar job, fine. Bachelor degrees, master degrees are available. If somebody is just interested, somebody from an engineering background or somebody who's done 10 plus 2 in non-medical and is interested in something to do with automobile. So I just tell him, go for an automobile course or go for cookery courses. Go to the area of interest, something which you would like to do in your life and where you want to make a career. So that's what I, do the career counseling, and I tell them, don't look at the permanent residency thing. You first need to make a career out of your whatever time and money that you're spending, because time is very precious. I have seen students who go there, then after 6 months or a year, they say, no, this is not the right course for me, which my agency has sent. I would like to change the course. So I tell them very openly, you will never get the refund of the 1 year of the money that you spent.
I think it is not only the financial part of it, is the time that has been lost will never be recovered. Money one can earn in the coming years.
Yeah. And honestly, when I do their orientation, I tell them you've got lifelong to earn money. Concentrate on a career for 2 years or 3 years. Spend time on your university. Get your skills. What really happens is, even if somebody's done a bachelor's of information technology, until he is not very well versed with IT modules, when he goes for an interview, the employer would keep his resume aside. He would just want to know how much knowledge does the one have in IT field. So just doing a degree for the sake of it really doesn't help. You need to get your skills in order.
So when do we see back in Australia?
I would be there probably next month for sure. I'm planning to travel there. I've got my elder daughter who's passed out from Deakin University. So I intend to see her. I've not met her for 2.5 years. So I'm going to make a visit very soon now.
On behalf of my whole team of Voice Ajkal, Fiji Time Australia and Gemco, we invite you to visit our studios and offices in Sydney as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Navneet. Thank you so much.
Before I wrap up, any of the message for the potential students?
Yeah, the only message I would like to give the potential student is go for a career of your choice and go with very transparent documentation. Just don't fall prey for a quick visa thing from any other agency. That's what really happens, and they tend to spoil their time and money.
Nirmalji, thank you so much for giving us the time in your wonderful office.
Thank you.
Connect Overseas. That makes me feel very, very delighted.
Thank you so much, Navneet.
I got a chance to speak to Mr. Nirmal Chawla, founder and CEO for Connect Overseas here in Chandigarh. On behalf of my whole team, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Navneet. Thanks a ton.
One-stop answer to your Australian education and visa matters. Gemco Sydney. Dream big, achieve big.
Fiji Times. Be with the times.